How did you survive that?
Season 1 of The Day of the Jackal ended with a cocktail of betrayal, grief, and unanswered questions. Season 2 is positioned to take those fragments and build a larger, more layered narrative that dives deeper into the Jackal's fractured psyche, his web of enemies, and the family he can't quite let go of. The assassination plots of Season may first have been the surface-level thrill, but the groundwork laid suggests Season 2 will dig into vengeance, trust, and the blurred morality of survival. One of the clearest arcs going forward is the Jackal's personal war against Winthrop. The betrayal of a $100 million contract left unfinished, coupled with Bianca's tragic death, ensures that the Jackal will have more than professional motivations. He will have a vendetta. But this isn't just about money or pride. It's about justice as he sees it, balancing the scales in a world that thrives on exploitation. Zena Janson's intervention at the close of Season 1 set him on this path, though the question of whether she is manipulating him for her own ends lingers. Season 2 could very well show us a Jackal torn between the urge to reclaim his life as a father and the destructive pull of vengeance. Nuria and Carlito remain the emotional center of that struggle. Their flight from the Jackal was rooted in fear and betrayal, compounded by the death of Nuria's brother Alvaro. Season may second explore whether the Jackal's pursuit of them is one of reconciliation or obsession. There is dramatic potential in seeing him oscillate between the cold-blooded assassin who has burned bridges and the wounded man desperate to hold on to what little humanity he has left. The reunion, if it comes, will not be easy. It may even prove impossible, leaving him with nothing but the chase itself. The unresolved mystery of Gary, the Jackal's old military spotter, is another thread ripe for exploration. Fans have speculated whether he is dead, missing, or quietly working in the shadows. Season 2 could lean into this ambiguity, bringing Gary back either as a trusted ally who has been smoothing out the Jackal's escape routes, or, in a cruel twist, as someone who has turned against him. In a story where betrayal seems to lurk behind every corner, Gary's fate could redefine the assassin's already fragile trust in others. Meanwhile, the fallout within MI6 is just as compelling. Bianca's death and the exposure of Isabel as a mole have left the agency scarred and directionless. This sets up Osita Halcrow as a potential fulcrum for justice inside the organization. More than just a supporting character, Osita could emerge as the conscience of the story, seeking to expose corruption, while also confronting the shadow of Bianca's loss. His arc could run parallel to the Jackal's, both men haunted by loyalty, grief, and the drive to set things right, but pursuing it from opposite sides of the law. Zena Janson, however, remains the series' most enigmatic wildcard. Was she helping the Jackal, or was she guiding him into a new trap? Her role in Season 2 could deepen into something far more dangerous than it first appeared. If she continues as his handler, she may be steering him for reasons of her own, whether personal ambition, ties to a hidden organization, or a vendetta that mirrors his own. Watching her loyalties shift could add a chess game element to the narrative, with the Jackal never entirely certain whether she is ally or adversary. Beyond individual arcs, Season 2 is likely to broaden its stage. The espionage will expand into new locales and new players, weaving an even denser tapestry of deceit and political intrigue. With Winthrop still pulling strings and MI6 compromised, the Jackal's world is no longer confined to single contracts or isolated missions. Instead, he will find himself in the middle of an escalating power struggle where every alliance is temporary, and every act of survival has consequences. Taken together, these threads suggest a second season that will not only raise the stakes in terms of action but also in terms of psychological depth. The Day of the Jackal Season 2 could become less about the assassin's kills and more about his unraveling, his pursuit of vengeance clashing against his fading hope of redemption. In that tension, between fatherhood and bloodshed, between trust and betrayal, the series may find its most haunting story yet. Thanks for watching.